sex offenders could face chemical castration under government radical new prison plans. Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood is reportedly set to implement the new measure, sources say. Pedophiles and rapists could soon be offered a procedure that uses medications to reduce sex hormone production, such as a testosterone in men. The idea is that it reduces sex drive and sexual activity, something that's said to have worked in the US prison system. Several US states have laws allowing chemical castration, such as Alabama, Oklahoma, Louisiana, California, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Montana, Oregon, Texas, and Wisconsin. It cut offending by 60%. As reported by The Sun, Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood is now considering implementing chemical castration for inmates in the near future. For too long, we have turned a blind eye to the threat sexual offenders pose, considering the solution is too difficult or unpalatable, a government source told the outlet. Shabana isn't squeamish about doing what it takes to protect the public. The outlet reports that the Independent Sentencing Review tried to push forward a voluntary pilot in the southwest of England, but it was rejected. Instead, the proposed pilot is purportedly set to roll out in 20 prisons across England and Wales. The idea of compulsory chemical castration is also said to be on the cards, as part of the new prison reforms. Chemical castration or testosterone-lowering medications are effective for certain types of sexual offending. Dr. Renee Sorrentino castration, Jesus Christ, this is a surgical procedure for this as well, which has been approved in the US state of Louisiana, who had approximately 2,200 child sex offenders in prison in 2024, is irreversible. This is a consequence, Republican State Senator Valerie Hodges added. It's a step beyond just going to jail and getting out. However, Amber Vargas, a spokesperson for non-profit Retroactive Action Alliance (RAA), is against the idea. Bills, if enacted into law, would mandate forced mutilation resulting in the permanent loss of an important bodily function as a form of criminal punishment, she said in 2024. If these bills passed in Louisiana, what would be next? Will bills be introduced to cut off the hands of all thieves? Are we comfortable opening the door for the state to administer such barbaric sentences for other offences? You know, I think you could ask anyone here in the UK, or around the world even for that matter, if you're a sexual predator of any sort, you deserve to be locked away for the rest of your life and never be seen again or heard from again because of the disgusting crimes that you are committing. Today is the first time I've heard of chemical castration or surgical castration for that matter, both of which are very interesting, both of which I imagine are probably both controversial in their own right. Chemical castration has been introduced in certain states in the US and has had a 60% success rate in terms of crimes being committed of a sexual nature. And that's good. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that there's a law out there that has been proven a success. Now, whether or not the UK will actually try to implement this is a different story altogether. I'm interested in seeing whether or not they do, and I'm curious to see the success rate that we have over here if the UK government do decide to go 100% in on the idea of a chemical castration medicine to help lower testosterone. You know the word I'm looking for. I can't pronounce it right, but you know the word I'm looking for. In male individuals. However, I don't know if that's enough to really stop them. Because sometimes it might not have anything to do with the fact that these guys have a high sex drive, high sex hormone production. It might be just because these guys are actually sick and twisted in their heads and are mentally ill. It might be just that. The idea of a surgical castration has been implemented in some states in the US. No doubt that's highly controversial. I can imagine that being a really debatable topic. And if the UK was to implement that, then Jesus Christ, then that would be a very interesting conversation. Because many of us believe, and I'm sure many people around the world believe, if you're a sexual offender of any sort, whether it's adult, whether it be to another adult, or whether it be to a child, whatever it may be, you deserve to be locked behind bars for the rest of your life. Plain and simple. So with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode. If somehow you are here by the end, please feel free to click on the video above if you want to watch any more content of mine. But other than that, thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, take care, stay safe, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.